Just a very quick video on the 19th of August 2023 on the world economic situation, and particularly that what's all the talk at the moment is the divesting or the de-dollarization of the world economy. I'm not saying that's going to happen in the next week or so. I'm just saying this is what all the talk is about in financial circumstances, in financial publications, and the geopolitical circumstances with regarding the economies of the world. The economies of China, Russia and the United States appear to be in a bad way as far as I can see. So now 14 countries divested or got rid of dollars to some extent in June last, and they were China, Luxembourg, Belgium, India and Brazil. Now on the 15th of August, the oil producer Saudi Arabia got rid of 8.1 billion. And over a 2-year period they've got rid of 76 billion. The United Arab Emirates have also got rid of dollar bonds, dumping them out and resorting to the storage of gold or yuan or something else. So in June the United Arab Emirates got rid of 3.8 billion, quite a lot as well. De-dollarization is also being done by China, India, Brazil, and they've joined up and they seem to be getting their act together because they're getting very worried. Will the United States repay? Will it pay or will it default? They're printing money at an awful rate. Now these countries are a quarter of the global economy, and the US recently asked Saudi Arabia only to buy or sell oil in dollars, and we'll see how that goes. I mean, they must be getting fairly afraid. They've asked Saudi Arabia, more or less directed them to stop using the Chinese yuan. India has been buying oil using the Chinese currency. You see, it's not just as simple as using the money exchanges. You have to do something with the money when you get it. And if the country you're buying the oil off hasn't something for you to invest in, what do you do with the money? This is a problem. What do they do with your country if you're selling oil and you have nothing to give them? So that's why the dollar was very handy in that way, and that's why it's so difficult to change. Now, so China dumped 11 billion dollars in US bonds in the first quarter of 2023. So China used to have over $1 trillion. That's about 1,100 billion. They're now way down to 800 and something billion. They've got rid of a lot of that, bringing it down. I think it's 830 billion. They had it down to 900 billion, but they're gradually reducing their exposure to the US. Now don't forget, the US is becoming China's enemy as well, and the idea of China buying US bonds is a bit funny because they're actually funding the US efforts to interfere in other countries, which could be China next. Now in the 10 months up to 2023, the US deficit report showed that it's a way up. The deficit is up to 1.6 trillion in the US. Now, just to make it clear, the national debt of the US before they got the upgrade in the debt ceiling, it was about 1st of June, I think it was, that was 32.4, and it's now up to 31.4. It's now up to 32.6. So it's gone up that much, and I've said that the GOP, the Republicans, made a mistake extending that past the next election. But they're printing money at an awful rate. So there is a potential for a default by the United States. They've also weaponized their money by putting sanctions on people, and that has scared the wits out of them all as well. And in the recent Fitch report, which downgraded US debt to AA+, brought it down a notch, they quoted bad government. And we know what the bad government is. It's the stuff I'd be complaining about. They think they're going to use windmills. They think they're going to use electric cars. They're all about all this woke stuff and all that. Bad government, spend and worry about where you get it tomorrow. So so it's above 32 trillion at the minute. So that was mentioned in the Fitch report. There's no need to go any further there. World countries bought in 1,136 tons of gold in the last 3 months of 2023, and China has bought another lot of gold. They've bought something like 6,000 tons of gold. So what I'm saying to you is, and I admit, folks, I'm not giving you too much detail here, there'll be a time and place for that, is that just to be aware that in the news at the moment, you're not getting it on the mainstream media. This is a huge issue. America is getting it very hard to pay its way. I just checked this morning. Ireland has 240, roughly, now it might be 238, 246 billion. Ireland has 240 billion invested in US bonds. It has more than Saudi Arabia. 240 billion. And if you take it that China currently has 830 billion, Ireland is nearly a third. Is nearly a third, excuse me for that noise on the phone, nearly a third of the Chinese investment. We have a huge exposure. If we were to get rid of all our bonds invested in America, we could pay off all our national debt. Now, it mightn't be that simple, because there's reasons why the Irish government wants to keep in with the Americans. But don't forget, that's what they have stuck in America, actually running the American economy. Our government that's supposed to run our economy is actually running the American economy and financing it. Just want to bring that to your attention. We'll do more on it later. This is a short video. The main aim here is to let you know there is a problem brewing. Where it's going, that's for another day. This is all to be played for. We'll talk to you later. Give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down if you don't agree. We'll see you back for something else. Thank you very much.